Hey everyone, I decided to do a quick little video tour of my personal library for you to enjoy. I had my daughter Kaylin film the video for me, so just as a heads up, the camera works a bit shaky. Sometimes my face is half cut off. I didn't edit the video, just doing this for fun. I wanted to put that out there. So go ahead, check it out, and here you go, my personal library. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Drew's Book Reviews. Today I thought I'd take you on a little tour of my library, something I'm personally quite proud of. I love books, and I've got a lot of them. So this is what I call my hardcover shelf. I got all my hardcover book collection on here. As you can see, we've got Terry Brooks at the top. Big fan of Terry Brooks. Terry Brooks is one of my favorite fantasy authors of all time. And we've also got some Raymond E. Feist up here, another one of my favorites. Absolutely, and of course, classic Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If you haven't read Douglas Adams, you've got to read Douglas Adams. That guy is hilarious. Moving on down, we've got a whole bunch of Orson Scott Card. My collection I've got. Now this is in no particular order because it's too hectic to try and organize my books. As I add new books, I end up having to reorganize the entire shelf. So I haven't put it in any particular order, but I have tried to keep the series together. So we've got all the Orson Scott Card. I've got his Visitor series here. I've got a whole bunch of the Ender's Game and Enderverse universe here with the Shadow series, Shadow of the Hedgehog, Shadow of the Giant, Shadow Puppets, all that good stuff. Some Michael Crichton. Michael Crichton is actually one of the authors that got me hooked on reading to begin with The Andromeda Strain. Great book. Read it when I was in junior high. Really is a great, fantastic book. Moving on down, we got Brandon Sanderson. We've got the whole Stormlight archive that's been published so far. Amazing, amazing books. Just, you got to read the Stormlight archive. Oh my god, they're so good. My favorite ever. Best ever. Stormlight 4 is coming out later this year, and I'm so excited for Stormlight 4. You have no idea. You have no idea how excited I am for Stormlight 4. Anyway, and then we got the whole Rick Riordan. We got some of the Heroes series of books from his mythical gods, from the Roman and Greek and all that. Really, really fun take on the whole Greek and Roman mythology. Terry Goodkind, again, one of my favorite authors. So this is some of his stuff from the Sword of Truth series. As you can see, we got the Own Machine, Third Kingdom, Severed Souls, Warheart, Nikki Chronicles, Death's Mistress, all that good stuff. Terry Goodkind, one of my favorite authors as well. Trust me, if I have it in hardcover, it's probably because I think they're a really great author, and I can't wait for the paperback. And then over here, oh hey Kara, how are you? That's Kara.
I got in my...
Yeah, okay, come on.
No,
I'm making a video, go.
Bye.
Alright, so over here, we've now got some more Brandon Sanderson. I've got his whole Mistborn, another fantastic series of books you've got to check out, especially if you're a Brandon Sanderson fan and you've not checked it out. Oh, more Shannara, more Raymond E. Feist, more Terry Brooks. Can you tell I'm a bit of a fan of these guys? I've got so many of their books. And of course, classic Dune series of books right here. This is a classic, Frank Herbert. Dune is amazing. You've got to check that out. If you're a science fiction fan, is one of the greatest science fiction book series ever written in the history of the world. Seriously, it really is. You gotta check it out. A little bit more Raymond E. Feist, some more Orson Scott Card here. Again, one of my favorite writers. Some Arthur C. Clarke stuff over here as well. We've got the Sunstorm, Firstborn, Time's Eye stuff. And of course, Wheel of Time. No science fiction fantasy book series collection is complete without Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series. And as you can see, I got the whole thing. In fact, I kind of got into Brandon Sanderson by reading the Wheel of Time. He finished off the series, and I thought if he's good enough to finish that off, he's got to be a good writer. And once again, we come across some more Terry Brooks. I got more of the Dune stuff here. Really big Dune fan. As you can see, I've collected all the Dune books that there are. And of course, down here we got Dungeons and Dragons stuff. It's not bad, it's alright. I wouldn't say it's my top favorite reads for sure, but still decent fantasy overall for a very simple form of fantasy. Down here we've got The Whole Demon Cycle by Peter V. Brett. Amazing, amazing series of books. One of my favorite fantasy series. More Orson Scott Card. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm a big Orson Scott Card fan. I got so many of his books. It's crazy. Brent Weeks. This guy's really good too. This isn't the only Brent Weeks set of books I have, as you'll see coming up on my other shelves. Finally, we move all the way down to the bottom here. So much more. We've got Lord of the Rings. We got more Terry Brooks here. More Raymond E. Feist. And of course, the original Sword of Truth series by Terry Goodkind, all down here. And of course, over here, we've got the Game of Thrones books. Everyone loves Game of Thrones. Well, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people love Game of Thrones anyway. So those are these shelves over here. I've got more coming. Alright, so moving on. This would be my third bookshelf. Terry Goodkind, Girl of the Moon. Honestly, as much as Terry Goodkind is a great author, this stuff that he came out with, so his non-Sword of Truth stuff, it sucks! Seriously, don't read it. If you're going to read Terry Goodkind, stick to the Sword of Truth. And over here we got a bunch of Jim Butcher books. Yes, we've got the Dresden Files. These are some awesome books. Loving it. This is actually the only graphic novel that I own. It is from the Enderverse universe. That's why I got it, I admit it. Not because I'm into graphic novels. I'm actually not, although maybe I should be, because so many booktubers I follow keep talking about how awesome they are, so maybe I should get into them too. I don't know, maybe, we'll see. Some Joe Abercrombie. This guy's been blowing up lately in the fantasy book realm. He's got some new books out that are definitely going to be on my shelf eventually one day. I don't know how long, but we'll see. And of course we got a bunch of Terry Pratchett, a bunch of Star Wars books down here. N.K. Jemisin. Now these three right here, Next Mormons, Sapiens, Roller Skate Skinny, some of the best books I read last year. You can see that in my Best Books of 2019 video. And of course, just a little bit more Sanderson, Lamb by Christopher Moore. That's a pretty decent one. And going down to the lower shelf, again, more Raymond E. Feist, got the 100. More Brandon Sanderson, more Terry Goodkind. Terry Brooks, more of that. Patrick Rothfuss, another really good one. Patrick Rothfuss, that guy's a pretty decent writer as well. Alright, and here we've got a whole bunch of more, some really great reads, of course. As you can tell, I've got a lot of books. Again, something I'm really proud of. I love my book collection. It's like the one thing in my house that I can't part with. Of all the things that I own, my books, number one. Absolutely. We've got the Crimson Crown series over here. We got Cassandra Clare. You know, honestly, this whole series, City of Fallen, The Mortal Instruments, I didn't really like it, to be honest. But I thought I'd give it a try, so there it is. But definitely not one of my favorites. Harry Potter. I mean, who doesn't love Harry Potter? I've got the whole set here, as you can see, all in paperback. But, hey, it's there. Richard Morgan. These ones, I think I remember them being okay. Man, it's been a while since I've read them. There's just so many books to buy and so many to read. I'm never going to get caught up. That's just crazy thinking. Brent Weeks, Lightbringer. I still don't have the Burning White. That is something that I still have to buy. Don't have it yet. Will be getting it. You can bet. More Rick Riordan and the original Percy Jackson stuff. So that, I mean, if you like Rick Riordan, awesome. Some of the greatest young adult fiction out there, I think, is one of the funner ones, I think. Now, this one, Brian McClellan's The Whole Powder Mage trilogy. This is military fantasy fiction, and it is just, wow. By far one of the best military fantasy series I have ever read. Absolutely fantastic. More Orson Scott Card. Again, can you tell? I'm a big Orson Scott Card fan. I don't know if you figured that out yet. Have you? Did you figure out I'm an Orson Scott Card fan? I don't know. It's not like I have a lot of his books or anything. Alright, and this one. Oh, this one. The Ronos Trilogy. This was actually written by a friend of mine by the name of Tyler Hall. So this is actually a really enjoyable book series. I really liked it. Go check it out on Amazon. Buy it from Amazon. Help support self-published authors. Tyler Hall, a friend of mine, wrote this series. Good stuff. Really good science fiction series. One of the better self-published science fiction series, I have to admit, that I have read. And of course, we got this whole series, The Dagger and the Coin, by Daniel Abraham. Again, another really great fantasy book series. Well worth the read, so definitely check that out. Down here, some of the ones from this shelf to point out, Red Rising. Pierce Brown has certainly been making headways with this whole Red Rising series of books. Really good. I don't have Iron and Gold yet. That one is on my to-be bought list. Virtual Heaven, another self-published book by a self-published author who sent me a book to review. Really good. Virtual Heaven. Really enjoyed that one. Thought that was really great. Now, of course, I'm not all fiction. I'm not all fiction and fantasy. You got God Delusion, If You Could Keep It. Ethical Oil is another one that's non-fiction that I've got. So definitely not everything that I have is science fiction or fantasy. I'm trying to get into more non-fiction, educational type books. And of course some other classics like Animal Farm, Stranger in a Strange Land is in there as well. That's another one of those Good Kind books I would not recommend to you. I don't think it's very good, honestly. The Good Kind, I mean, stick to the Sword of Truth world. Seriously, man. Stop writing this crap. Anywho. And finally, last but not least, we have the to-be read shelf. So, we got The Hive, we got Homo Deus, got the whole Hyperion Cantos, we've got the Ringworld series, some Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman in here. As you can see, you got American Gods and Good Omens, Wrath of Empire. So that's another one, Gods of Powder, or Blood and Powder series by Brian McClellan from the Powder Mage whole series of books. We've got, of course, some more Orson Scott Card, another Brandon Sanderson coming up, and we've got the whole Expanse series right here. So that is a really good set of books. And up here, we've got The Witcher, now making headways on services like Netflix. Really great book series from what I've heard. I've heard so many good things about it. Got some more Star Wars coming up. Another self-published book, Newman vs. Newman by Nikki Blue. That one is going to be coming up on my to-be-read list. Got some more Jim Butcher, Dresden Files, and some more Terry Pratchett coming up as well. Margaret Atwood's The Testaments. So as you can see, I've got quite a to-be-read list this year. So thank you for watching. That is my book series. That is my book collection. That is my personal library. Hope you enjoyed watching it. Let me know in the comments below if you have any of these books, which ones you've read, which ones you want to read, which ones you think you might want to read. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you like BookTube and you like what I'm doing. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!